Greetings and welcome back to Hydroneer. In our last episode, we added some more ram drills in order to boost production. We did have some issues in here though. Apparently from here to here does not generate any dirt at all if you put a ram drill in there. As a result, I have a lot of conveyor belts. Now, I don't really understand why that is. There is a dip here, so if it didn't work here, I could understand. Apparently, some of my viewers think it's because the land was lower or something like that. It's just that I'm not actually seeing that. If it is there, I don't see it, and it's slight. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really think that should be happening. I know that there's a workaround where you could, like, scoop dirt underneath it. But I mean, I'd rather keep a realistic appraisal of the situation, which is the reason you don't see these guys hovering in mid-air like some people do. I'd like it to be grounded. No bugs, though. Anyway, I have been running this in order to generate revenue, which is a really good idea because I'm starting to run out of money. I believe that I have two piles at the moment. One of them is 4,400 and the other one is like 1,400. The conveyors definitely added to the problem. But if I am going to do massive expansion, I need a lot of money. So I was running my, my little automation here, and I do have things to sell. What it is, for the last two, I actually let the whole thing run for 5 minutes. I timed it very meticulously, and as a result, I grabbed the bars that were made. The two iron ones were very near 400 in weight each, and I used that to make the axe. I did the same thing with one of the necklaces. I just don't remember which one it was. It may have been the emerald one. I don't know. Anyway, we are going to have to sell all of this because, like I said, I need money. And I have been busy on the next stage. Oh, and I did buy the fast cart. It's kind of painful to use. The cart mechanics in the game aren't really good. It's not like walking. It's not like a vehicle. It's its own thing. But it is very useful for pipes. Because if you just park it on the platform and just dump like a couple of dozen pipes into it, it works very well. And as a result, I have this. Right, so I had to take it up to get over the landscape here. And I came down, and of course I have my valve, I have my filters, and then I have my pressure chambers here. I have these guys when the time comes. Now, I have been planning for Goliaths. So I'm thinking in terms of having them run this way and then have all of the harvesting take place over this way. The thing is that I'm kind of need to know how many I'm going to be using because it's going to be harder to add on considering I would have to push everything further back. I also want to see what the Goliath is going to produce. If it's producing a big chunk of dirt, then obviously instead of conveyors taking it to the harvester, I'm going to need those grinders to grind it down into something small. Maybe put a centralized conveyor at the end before it hits the ramps, because we're going to be talking about ramps, of course. Here's the thing. There's one big problem I have with my setup over here that I really did not account for, and that's the annoying factor of having to turn each of the ram drills on individually. Now, some people will say, well, just turn off all the water. That makes a big mess because you're going to have dirt, you're going to have ore, you're going to have gems just lying all over the place. So this is what I want to do. I want to string the Goliaths off of this. So what I would like to do is put a valve right here. That way I can independently turn off the water going to the Goliaths. And therefore I will have a one-stop switch for turning it all off. And it won't affect the rest of the system. The rest of the system can clean itself out. And I think that's a pretty good solution. Is this going to work? Well, I need to get the Goliath and plug it in. In order to do that, they're expensive, by the way. I think they're about 1,100. I'm going to need to sell what I have in the back of that truck. I'm also going to need to get some more pipes. Specifically, I'm going to need T for every Goliath I'm going to be putting down. I'm thinking I might just buy 3 Goliaths to start with. It really depends on how much money I get from the jewelry and the swords I'm going to be selling. And the axe. The axe is going to be interesting. I think that the swords and the axe, the sword, I got one big sword, I got one big axe. Those guys are actually potentially the most money right there. We're going to have to see about that. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to go with that, and we're going to get the big things, right? Then I think I'm going to bring this back to get pipes, and then I'll show you how easy it is to use that to get pipes. All right, first things first, we do have to get money. Because like I said, I am low on money. So let's get going here. Now, this could all be an experiment. I may be going underground. If I am going underground, I'm going back to the plot that has the water at the bottom. And I may just buy that and then start digging. Here's the question that I have. Is that a digger? Hold it a second. Is this a digger? See, it doesn't really tell you what they are. I mean, is this something that will let me dig underground? I have no idea, because it doesn't actually tell you what the difference in these vehicles are. Look at this one. This is 550. It looks pretty similar to this one. I'm not sure why you'd want it. I mean, in this case, it's the same color too, is it? Is that the same thing? Yeah, and then you have these guys, which are different colors, but they cost more. Is it just the color, or is there something better about the vehicle? Because it's not actually letting you know about it, right? I mean, when I bought the cart, by the way, I bought the fast one. So there's 2 here, right? Look, I mean, I can actually see it, and it's telling me what's different about it. Designed to transport items agilely. I don't know what that means. But I went with the fast one because fast just sounds like a good idea. And by the way, yeah, fast is kind of relative. It's not as fast as you can move. You know what I mean? All right. And yeah, so I mean, these guys aren't really telling you what's different about them. And I don't really know what this thing here does. So we'll have to see about that. Maybe I'll just buy them if I have enough money and then test them. I don't know. All right, so let's go over to the jeweler because I need money. All right, hold it a second. Let's turn it around here like this. We're going to back it in. All right, I'm guessing that this is going to be a decent amount of money. Probably in the 15 to 20,000 range. I don't know. My estimates have never been very good. Okay, so let's start with the, should I start with the weapons? All right, we'll start with the weapons first. All right, we'll go with the sword, the big sword. This one has some really big ingots in it. So, okay, I just revised my estimate of how much money I'm going to be getting. Wow. Okay. How much is the axe? The axe may not be very far off because the 2 ingots I used were very nearly 400 each. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Getting a lot of money there, getting a lot of money. All right, these guys are mostly very good. This might be the one that I did with the 2 periods here. Okay, I'm getting a lot of money here. A lot of money. Okay, this is good stuff. This is what we're talking about here. Okay, nearly 16,000 for that one. Okay, I'm not running a count here. I just want to see in the end how much money I'm going to have here. Okay, remember when I said 15 to 20,000? That last one was 16. Wow. Okay, and the final total is 75,000. I'm pretty sure that that's enough to get a mine started. Just me, I'm gonna put this up here for a moment here. Yeah, look what I had there. 1,453. Well, not anymore. Okay, get back in there. It's just too much money to contain. And I only have 4,400 in that one. So we're going to have to work on that. Okay, so money obviously is not going to be a problem for a while. The production increase definitely did help. Definitely did help. Okay, so let's just jump out and let's do some purchasing. Yeah, not there yet, even though we're starting to get in the vicinity of the money. By the way, what I was talking about in the last episode was how expensive the stuff in here is. Now, let's look at something we can understand. See, there's an intake right there. That's only 670 for that one. But as you can see, the powered filter, one of them does 100% of filtering, by the way. But you can see 17,500. The reactors, I don't even know what they do. 25,500. This is a battery. Okay, that's the battery. These are little pieces over here. Where is... What is it, if it is that thing? Logic counter. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, that is a smelter. A logic smelter. I didn't know that smelting was logical. Apparently it is. So, I mean, a lot of these things are very, very expensive. A logic valve. Well, that one is only 102. So, obviously that one, okay, what is that? A spanning hurling unit? I have no idea what that is. A logic durability reader. Okay, obviously there's a lot of stuff there, and I have no idea what any of it does. So I'm guessing for that stuff, I'm going to need hundreds of thousands. So maybe that is what the next mine is for. All right, so let's do some purchasing here. Actually, I moved pretty far over here because it is Goliath time. Huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. You know what? 4. All right, we'll start with that. It's nothing. It's nothing. I still have like nearly 72,000 left. Turns out it's meaningless, the money. And remember, I still have that other mine that I can let run and make a lot of money. All right, up you go here. All right. Huh? Okay. I know one way or another I'm going to need them. So that's the reason that I'm buying them, right? I'm probably going to end up having a lot more of these. Hopefully they don't have that same issue with not working on certain pieces of the land. Since these guys are actual real drills, I have seen them going. They're actually drills, as I understand. See, notice the big drill there? It's going to drill underground. Since it's an actual drill, it shouldn't have that problem, so we'll have to see how things work out. I do need pipes. I'm going to come back with the cart for that. All right. I don't think I need anything else except now I'm going to have to take this with me because I might have enough money over there. Okay, hold on a second. I wonder if I use the saw on this, could I split it? Interesting question. All right. So here's the thing. Conveyors, and it would be this one, or these guys. So the shredder. So if the chunks come out large, then I'm going to need the shredder. Chances are I'm probably going to need them anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I mean, eventually I'm going to need it, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, if the platforms work like the vehicles, it would be a better world. Just saying. And I'm going to buy... I'll buy 2 of these, just because. No particular reason. All right, and okay, so this is, I have 4,400 in this one, so I can do that purchase. All right, so we're just gonna throw these guys in the back. And it does seem to be getting dark. So we're gonna have to see how this goes. Now, what we're doing today is, like I said, it's testing. Because I want to see how different the situation is for the Goliath as opposed to the other ones, right? I mean, is it just doing the exact same thing or is it something else? All right, so what I'm going to do now is, it does seem to be getting late. I'm going to drive these guys back to the site we're going to be building on. And in the morning, we're going to see how the wagon is very, very good for buying pipes. And it's morning. And of course, this is the fast cart that I'm currently in. And you can actually see it, but all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this into here.
Huh?
Okay, it won't let me do that just yet. Hold on a second, right? Huh? Okay, a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I had to find a spot to put it in. All right, I need pipes. So let's put pipes in here. This is a lot easier to do than with the vehicle. Now, it is, you know, it's slow, but, you know, in the end, it's probably for the best anyway, because the amount of time that you make up for putting things in and out and such. All right, I need T's now. I need T's. Because you can just grab them right off the back as you need them. All right, and another T. All right, and I did want another valve. Let me just remember the valve here. Because like I said, I do want to do the power to the Goliaths. Power to the Goliaths! All right, I'm probably low on elbows, so... I mean, I only have 2 of them, so I probably need more, right? Right there, and is there anything else that I need? I mean, I have enough of everything else. You know, you can always have straights. Lots and lots of straights. So this is obviously a lot more convenient. It's just that I wish the controls were a little bit easier to handle, you know? And we'll grab another one of them. Yeah, if only the platform worked like this, you know? It's just that, you know, you can't put 4 blocks down. Well, you could put 4 blocks down, but after that, it's just a pain. I haven't tried to use this thing for blocks. I don't know if it would actually fit. You know, that's actually a really good question. I don't think so. By the way, there's a patented method for getting these guys back in place. Like that. That'll do it. All right, so that's 506. So I'm now destitute with 71,416. All right. Now, getting this thing out is a pain, but if you do this... Oh, there we go. Okay, can I turn? Can I turn? Turn it back. Can I back out or something? Okay. Yeah, the controls aren't really great. But you know what it does have? It has the power of teleportation. And there we are, teleported. Isn't it amazing? All right, so let's see. Okay, so let's throw one of these bad boys in here, right? Okay, where is this? Hold on a second. There it is. Boom. All right. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's going to be a problem to reach the switches. All right, let's think. I wanted... Well, let's see what it produces first, right? Oh, I wanted to put the... where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can I find the valve here? Nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. There it is. All right. So we'll put this out. We'll take this, put this over here, and put this in here. If I wanted to boost it, I could put a pressure tank here. It's just that with the 4 of them here going around, it's not that much of a loss. I mean, 1%, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% lost. I mean, for optimal, you can always put 1 here, right? All right, so there's going to be a lot of water spraying around. There's no question about that. But I do want to see what comes out of this thing, right? All right, and... Oh, yeah, the valve is off. Okay, it's on. It's drilling. It's taking its time. I'm guessing this thing just requires a long time to power up. Unless we happen to be in one of the... Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Here, turn that off. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. So I am going to need to break that up. All right, let's just turn that off. Okay, so let's see about these guys here. Okay, wrong way, that way, right? Okay, is that gonna work? Okay, well, let's just throw 2 of them in. Okay, hold on a minute. Yep, that's good. Let's go crazy. Let's put a second one in. All right, so hold on a second here. Let me get the T. Like that. And let's throw a second one in. All right, rotate. Boom, there we go. Okay, let me turn that off and turn the switches on. Because that's the way I want it to work, right? All right, for the moment, we'll put conveyors in here. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Oh, that way. We'll just do that for now. I want to see... Oh, and of course, this is now getting water. Where is... I brought the plug with me. There it is. All right. So there shouldn't be any leakage going on, except, of course, for here. But, you know, I can just, for now, do that. All right. So it's just going to throw everything here on the floor. But, you know, we're talking about dirt chunks, and they'll just go away. The question is that, is it going to come down in that size? All right. So let's turn this on. Okay, right? And then let's turn this on, which turns both of them on at the same time, right? All right, so let's just pay attention. It did take it a while before it started producing something. I'm wondering, once it gets rolling, does it produce things quicker? I mean, I'm guessing it's deploying the drill into the ground. That's what it's doing. And, okay. All right, the first one. No. Okay, I have... All right, so that's a problem. So I'm guessing maybe I need a conveyor right next to the first one because it seemed to bypass it. Let's watch again. I want to see which one was it that didn't get ground down. I think it was the second one because it seemed to like just throw it past. Right. All right. So okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. All right. So if there's a conveyor here carrying it into these guys, that's what I'm thinking about. All right. Let's kill this guy. All right, so let's take that out, and let's put that in, and these guys will vanish. Not really interested in it at the moment. All right, so let's just throw this over here. So obviously, they're making big chunks. Should I go back and get... Well, you know what, let's just see what happens for now, right? Right, and then that way. All right, because what was happening, it seems to throw them at an angle, so this one didn't really hit the grinder. So in this situation, this one should be able to get a grind here, but it's going to be grinded twice, which is interesting. So are there going to be like lots of tiny little chunks? I have no idea. Let's find out. Oh, you know what it is? I turned this off. Turn that off. All right, so let's see what happens here. I need to see over here what's going to come out. See, I don't know how many of those grinders I actually need. Okay, you see what's happening there, though. Some of them are being ground down into the small form, but some of them are medium-sized. So in other words, we need to have a bunch of these little grinders here if we're going to feed little things into the harvester. seems to be a lot slower though, doesn't it? Than the ram drills. I mean, is that going to be a lot more? Alright, turn these guys off. Okay, so obviously each one of these guys is going to need its stuff to go through 2 of them. Okay, wow, we have a mess here. It'll all vanish. Oh wow, that one just jumped up in the air, didn't it? And we have this one over here. So we saw little chunks and medium-sized chunks coming out. So we're going to need a lot of stuff coming down here. And like I said, if I'm going to build like a harvesting system over here, I need to know how many of these things I'm going to be moving down. See, here's the thing. I might want to push this a little bit further down. The reason is because what I might want to do is to have another group of Goliaths on this side and maybe have the conveyors like right next to each other. But I think I'm a little too close for that. So I might have to push these guys down. And then we're going to have to start working on a harvesting system here. And then, of course, the entire sorting system that we have over here, once it comes through. I really don't want to go back to pails. No, I don't want to go back to pails if at all possible. All right, but we're going to need a bunch of these because this one over here was getting ground down to very little chunks. But this one here was only going through this one. So I'm always going to have, say, one extra one to make sure it gets ground down into little pieces. But you know, they don't seem very fast, do they? So I'm wondering, when they are producing those chunks, are those chunks a lot more dense than what the ram drills are doing? Well, I do have 4 more of them too, right? Anyway, I think that's going to do for now. So I just wanted to do some initial testing with the Goliaths to get a feel of how they work. And I am starting to get a feel for how they work. And I really, even though there's just 2 of them, I really like the valve thing for now. That way, you know, I can just turn off all of them at one time. If I do another row over here, I'll probably do something similar. We're going to have to see about that. Or maybe I should be continuing it over this way. All right, I'm going to have to think about this in terms of how this is all going to work, because I do have to kind of figure out how many of these guys I'm going to have. In the beginning, I can just have straights, you know, straight pipes, because that way I can say, all right, there's going to be maybe 10 of them or something like that. Well, for now, I can just put a straight pipe in for each one that's going to show up later, as long as I have everything else, like the grinders and the conveyors, or I can swap them in and out. So I think that's going to be it for now. So we're moving into a new era. But don't worry, we have the money, because this thing is making us a lot of money. But with the prices on that power stuff, we're going to need a lot more. But mind you, I am not touching this. This is just going to do its thing. Except, of course, for occasional repairs of the filters. And also, I do believe that the harvester is approaching the danger zone here. If you look at it, 53%. So that's going to be an issue. The oldest harvester, these guys I have, is 67. That was the first one. It was over here and I moved it. So that one is 81. That one is 79. That one is 69. And these guys are basically new. So they're not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. These guys here, I just replaced them, 91, 93. Yeah, 35 and 46. They're going to be a problem. But then again, I do have extra bags, don't I? So I think that's going to be it for now. So we're going to have the money to build what we want. This may just be a testing environment. It may be that I'm going to go underground for the next thing. So anybody have any knowledge of those vehicles? That big one with the turning thing, is that for tunneling underground, or is it just for evening the ground? Let me know. Anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.